Y'all ready for this? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right, y'all. I see Facebook and YouTube is acting slow. We just a little bit slow today. Ooh. Is y'all ready? I don't think y'all ready. What's up, y'all? Just so you know, we over 10 viewers already for the stream and over 1,300 heart reactions. Is that a 2 or 3? Oh, that's a 3. It's over 1,300 heart reactions. So thank y'all for being here, making me a top streamer, and running my numbers way up. I'm gonna try to hurry up and do this contour. I see we finally went live on Facebook, but it's not counting our time. I don't like that. But what I will do though is go ahead and kick it off. Y'all, it is 4:26 p.m. here on the West Coast, Northern California, Stockton, California to be exact, baby. My name is Cherry Franklin. This is the Cherry Franklin Show. So if you have not rolled a blunt, made a drink, a cup of coffee, or a sandwich, or fired up a square, now's the time to do so. Whatever it is that you do when you do what you do, when you watch TV or watch podcasts or listen to music on YouTube, now's the time to do it. This is the Cherry Franklin Show. Make sure you follow and subscribe on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for the latest updates and promotions. We do have some promo going on. Like every month, Dope Era Magazine has some things going on for fundraising for the less fortunate, or for education, or for the city. So y'all, please go make sure you check out everything we post at the Cherry Franklin Show, and follow us at my other job, social media account manager for Dope Era Magazine. Y'all make sure you follow, especially on Facebook. We do have a backup page. We got a main page with like 1,300, 1,400 plus followers on it on Facebook, but then we also have the backup page that I manage, y'all. That only has a few posts, and we try to post directly from Instagram. But I have shared on Facebook too. So if you're looking for a promotion, y'all DM me and DM Dope Era Magazine. Without further ado, y'all, we're about to get into the stimulus check update. I have got to roll a blunt. We is not ready to smoke on my side at all, not even a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to do that. Y'all make sure you let me know what is you smoking, what flavors are popular in your area, what is brand spanking new, and what is the best of the best of the best, sir, with honors. Y'all make sure you tune in, leave it in the comments so we know what to get and what not to get and waste our money on. If you are a weed connoisseur like myself, and you are interested in different types of flavors and effects and things like that, y'all make sure you go leave it in the comments. First up is Stephen Gardner. We listened to Ron Yates this morning. We're going to give Stephen Gardner the floor.
The vote on the next stimulus package could happen tonight or early tomorrow. Joe Manchin says he won't stand in the way of the Senate rules regarding certain provisions in the next stimulus package. Bernie Sanders says giving the wealthy the biggest portion of the next stimulus package is unacceptable. All of this and more in today's update. Hello and welcome to today's daily news report, as well as ongoing stimulus package information video. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. I've got a lot of great information for you today. You watch this channel because I bring you the truth on what's going on in Washington, D.C., the U.S. economy, the next stimulus package, money, investing, and much, much more. All right, now don't forget to take 20 seconds to follow the link down below to be one of the 20 people that's going to win $250 in cash. This is your daily reminder to sign up each and every day. I'm excited to give that money away, and there are no strings attached on how to spend that money. By the way, before I get started, I just want to say thank you guys so much for giving these videos a like. I really, really appreciate it, and I love bringing my community the news. All right, now, according to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, the House of Representatives is going to attempt to vote on the stimulus package as early as tonight, and if not, early tomorrow morning, depending on how much they're able to accomplish. According to Pelosi, she's still looking to add a few things back in before it goes to a vote. If the vote happens, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer will call for an emergency vote on the Senate floor to get the House's bill passed ASAP, and then up to President Biden's desk to be signed into law. Pelosi admits she is going to hold a vote for the stimulus package first to see if it passes. If it doesn't, she won't call for a vote on the physical infrastructure bill that's been sitting on her desk since August of this year. If the vote doesn't happen, then she will allow it to sit on her desk, because as of right now, she says without passing the stimulus package first, then she knows she'll never get it passed, right? So she can't move on to the physical infrastructure bill that's already gone through the Senate without passing the stimulus package first. If she does not tie these two together, then it will never pass, according to her and other lawmakers in Washington, D.C. Now, many Democrat leaders are saying, with Democrats losing Virginia so badly this week, now is the time to pass a massive spending bill to show the American people they care about them and their future. But more and more American people are actually saying, how does this bill help me? Right now, it looks like it helps the wealthy and adds money to the green energy policies. Senator Joe Manchin announced today that he will not stand in the way of the Senate parliamentarian or vote against her. Many parts of the stimulus package.
If you have more than $10,000 in the bank and you
I
don't
know that commercial
this,
did not just fuck up this
missing
speech.
out on an opportunity of a lifetime. With real estate and the stock market earning 5 to 7%.
We was listening to something. So
You need to go through the Senate parliamentarian office to see if they meet certain Senate rules. Manchin was told not to vote for her, but to allow her to review the policies herself and make her own decision. For example, she decided the $15 per hour minimum wage had nothing to do with COVID, and so it was removed last time. She has twice removed making 20 million immigrants and dreamers citizens, citing that it doesn't fall under the budget reconciliation rules, but Pelosi has put it back into the package, along with 4 weeks of paid parental leave for new parents. Manchin also said this morning that even with all that has gone on, he still believes in President Joe Biden. He always has, and he always will. He said Biden is in politics for the right reasons and believes he is a good man, but said his party is leaning too far left to keep the attention of the American people. Biden said Democrats need to be more fiscally responsible and socially compassionate than they have been. Manchin said he worries his party is trying to force through what they want while pretending
this
it's what the
government don't
American
care
people
about
want.
us.
Now, yesterday, President Biden announced a major reversal on his idea to give illegal immigrants separated at the border $450 each using taxpayer money. Biden said he never said this, and that it was a story invented by the media, and it's total garbage. Biden said the news keeps sending that garbage out, but it isn't true. However, the Justice Department confirmed it is true and something they are investigating. My guess is the American people hated this idea so much that the Biden administration is now trying to distance itself from this idea. In fact, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell said, "It's one of the dumber ideas he's ever heard in his entire political career." He said, "Honestly, this absurd idea feels like a satirical policy proposal that Republicans would have invented to make a parody out of the radical left." Or in other words, it sounded like a made-up joke that turned out to be true. Now, in case they reverse on it again, 28 Republican lawmakers have filed to block the $450,000 payments from going into law. But I guess they wrote that letter for nothing, because according to Biden, he was never going to do it, and it's a made-up garbage story pumped out by the media to make him look bad. The White House announced today that they will move forward with the forced vaccine mandates. The OSHA-regulated mandates will go into effect with everyone working at a company with over 100 employees to be vaccinated by January 4th. In the bill, it does say that someone cannot be fired if they are willing to be tested and wear a mask. Several states are now in the process of suing Biden, saying these mandates are...
At web.com, you won't find your favorite movie, but you will find the web's easiest use so you can make your own site.
States are unconstitutional. Buried within the mandate, it says medical workers will have no exemptions. So this will either spur a bunch of people to get vaccinated on January 3rd, or we will see even more turnover in the labor market. Many analysts are now saying the number one thing Biden could do to improve the country isn't a shot or a jab, but lowering the price of gas at the pump. However, Biden has gotten himself into a tricky situation. Out of one side of his mouth, he says, "We will put big oil out of business and replace them with green energy, and the government will commit $550 billion to do this." Out of the other side of his mouth, he is asking big oil to invest their own money in pumping more oil and lowering the price of gas in order to help save the American people. Essentially, the messaging is, please save us with your own money while I use taxpayer money to put you out of business. Regardless, the messaging is not well received from the Biden administration. In fact, he killed tens of thousands of jobs when he closed the Keystone Pipeline and blocked new drilling sites. He then gave Russia permission to open a new European pipeline and bought oil from our enemies in Iran. Now OPEC, who controls most of the oil production outside of the United States, knows they have the American people in a corner when it comes to buying oil. The price of oil per barrel continues to go up, and OPEC has told the president.
Hold on, y'all heard that? They talking about oil prices going upper. How many of you have noticed that gas is expensive right now? Y'all ain't noticed? Y'all just been filling up the pump $40, $50, $60, $70, $80 and not noticing. Anyway, gas is expensive than a bitch right now. Just so y'all know, this is not a game. This is not a
They will not be
dream.
ramping up production to bail out the United States. The rising costs of goods and services are almost 100% linked to the price of gas. Food is more expensive because of gas being more expensive. Services are more expensive because truck drivers have to pay more, people cutting your hair have to pay more. Essentially, everyone's paying more, so they're all raising their prices. All right, now speaking of oil, if you wanted to buy Energy Transfer stock in the past, that was one I recommended, and felt like you missed out, today might be a great day, because as of right now, that stock is down 4.85% and will likely have a great bounce back over the next 90 days. So a quick lesson on why this happened. Today is what is called the ex-dividend date for Energy Transfer, meaning in order to get your 6.5% dividend, you must own the stock during each quarter up to a certain day. Well, that day was today in order to get next quarter's payout. So the dividend once that dividend date arrives, the stock usually drops as people bail to go get their money into the next dividend paying stock. Well, if you are new to the stock, it's a great opportunity to buy on that dip, right? And then ride it back up to the next dividend date. So I hope that makes sense. I personally just bought about 200 more shares of that particular. So written a new article about a stock that I believe will get a lot of attention out of Nevada. And it should do well over the next 10 years. I'm going to be doing a video on that here in the next couple of days, but I'll also leave a link to that article down below. Okay, so I want to know from my community, do you think Biden should be more focused on gas prices or on other areas of the economy? Maybe just say in the comments, gas prices, or tell me the one area you think Biden should focus on to improve the country. Thank you in advance. I love reading your comments.
To the taxpayer.
There was some big breaking news this morning, right before the vaccine mandate
Kids don't pay
announcement.
taxes, they mamas and daddies do, and they mamas and daddies don't have money, they gotta borrow from their fucking friends and family. And guess who the friends and family
This is the man
Heads
that
of
was hired
households,
to create
motherfucker.
the fake Russia report after the 2016 election. Remember when our country spent $40 million of taxpayer money to have Robert Mueller investigate?
Who is Robert Mueller? I don't want to know, for real. That's not a real question.
Ah, time to use car? Well, get the kids ready, or at least dress to head out to fun. Oh, Hertz used cars?
Investigate the Trump administration? Well, they finally arrested the man linked to inventing the Russia story. Next week, Vice President Kamala Harris is heading to Paris to do some international relations work. She hopes to accomplish 3 main objectives while over in Europe. First, to repair damaged relationships with former allies like the country of France. Second, to work on green energy policies that the entire world can adopt. And lastly, to avoid working on the Mexico border crisis that she was tasked to handle. Now, Biden believes that she is the right person for this task, and that's why she's being sent to Europe. Lastly, Senator Bernie Sanders said, the fact that Democrats are even entertaining removing some of Trump's tax changes in order to help the wealthiest in our country is unacceptable. Now, the Trump tax cuts help the wealthy and the middle class, but in one particular area, it really hurt the wealthy. And this was with capping what are called the SALT tax deductions, which allows the wealthy to deduct their tax to the state from their federal tax return. Democrats are now contemplating removing the SALT tax deduction caps. It would put hundreds of billions of dollars into the pockets of the wealthy and take those hundreds of billions away from government programs that was used to benefit people. If this change makes it into the stimulus package, it will be the single biggest stimulus in the entire bill, and it doesn't do one darn thing for the middle class, lower income families, or the poor. Again, Senator Bernie Sanders says this is unacceptable, and he will do everything in his power to fight this being included in the stimulus package. Now, I know why it's being included, right? Wealthy people donate to get people elected more than poor people, so they've got to throw a bone to the rich, right? I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just telling you guys the truth.
Okay.
All right, now the Pentagon announced today that when it comes to the arms race, the United States is being beaten badly by China. China is making nuclear warheads at an accelerated rate, and the Pentagon predicts by 2030 they will have over 1,000 nuclear warheads ready to go should they be needed. Not good. All right, now this is my update for today on what's going on in Washington, D.C. and what's going on in the world and how it affects your pocket. I will definitely come on and share more once I know more. It does look like Pelosi's going to push to have this voted on. If it passes, then they'll move to the physical infrastructure bill, and then it'll be sent to the Senate, and if it passes there, up to President Biden's desk. All right, now, before you go, get your name added to be one of the 20 people that will win $250 in cash. There's no stipulations or strings attached on how to spend that. I just want to get some money into the pockets of people that watch me here on YouTube. And I'm working with a couple of key sponsors to be able to give away even more money this month. I know we're going into the holidays. I know a lot of people are stressed by their money situation. So I'm doing what I can to be helpful. Casey and I want to be able to give back to the people that watch and help support us here on our channel. Now, before you go, I just want to remind you that you are amazing. I appreciate you being in my community, and I'll see you on the next video.
Kohl's made it really convenient because I was able to get all of the items, all the basic.
Y'all, that is our alarm. We got about 10 or 15 minutes left in this thing. Y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, or worries that y'all want to express here on the show before we get off of the internet? Y'all, now's the time to do so. It sounds like we're going to try to force push a vote on the stimulus check package within the next 2 to 3 days. So we should have a result by Monday. They do have an infrastructure bill which highlights all the different budgets and stimulus in the stimulus package for the infrastructure. The Build Back Better plan is far too complicated and complex for us to have any understanding of any basic minimal budgets there. They're not sharing with us the details, and they're forever constantly changing, adding, and removing things from this bill. Things that may not even help anybody at all, that may tax the rich without helping the poor, as Biden has, Stephen Gardner has said that Biden has highlighted to us. Some of Donald Trump's tax credits are put in place so that the rich and the wealthy corporations are automatically paying a cut of their income back into the government. But how does that help us, the lower working class? There's a lot of things you could do to make a difference. One is register to vote at vote.org. You can register to vote, find out on upcoming elections in your city, your county, and your state. You can also visit change.org and sign a petition for the forced stimulus check in the amount of $2,000. That petition is around 3 million signatures, and there are over 10 million Americans reported unemployment since the quarantine started. These are all important for you to know so that you're aware of the funding that is and is not available and why. Those of you who are wondering or who wondered about SBA loans and why you couldn't apply for them or receive any, is because the availability of funding passes us by too quickly. So many people apply and deplete the resources. Y'all have got to be aware of these resources. Again, we get on here every single day to tell y'all change.org and vote.org is where you can make a difference in your city and state, your county. Register to vote. There are votes every year in your city and state, not just every 4 years, y'all. That includes educational funding, public housing, public transportation, after-school programs, the YMCA, the Boys and Girls Club, homeless shelters, public transportation, social distance learning, free lunches, even Planned Parenthoods and other free healthcare clinics. Propositions being written into laws, Prop 22, Prop 10, Prop 17, politicians running for office for your city mayor, your state governor, your city council, as well as your courthouse elected officials. Y'all can make a difference at vote.org. This is not a paid advertisement. A lot of people be out here to stunt and step on toes of other lower working class minorities and taxpayers. Bitch, I've elevated, to business owners, venues, counties, cities, and states. We're on some next level shit around here, okay? That's why I don't entertain all the bullshit. I mean, that's funny, but we all know I beat your ass in real life because I don't like you and don't give a fuck. It's pointless for you to complain because, bitch, nobody care about you, right? What I do every day, I come on here every single day to say and do the same thing. Y'all, please make a difference in your city and state and support your local artists, local businesses, independent businesses, and things like that. Make sure you subscribe on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and follow our supporters and the ones that we support in the description. Y'all, we're gonna fade to the background and finish this makeup. And maybe get on a couple beats while I get ready for work because I gotta leave in like 20 minutes. So, yeah, you're beautiful. Your soul is beautiful. Your energy is positive. You're important to me, your community, your family, and your friends. And I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here and making me a top streamer. Thank you for supporting, subscribing to my channel, all of that. We do have over 7,000 subscribers on the Tagged app alone, not to mention the several thousand on the 2Tango apps. And I have lost count. I believe we're at 80 to 180 combining Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and things like that. So y'all, please make sure you follow and subscribe. Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube does give you a notification most of the time when I go live, whether it's a 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning show or the 4 p.m. show. They do give out notifications, so I could understand why you wouldn't want to subscribe to those channels to get blown up first thing 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. But, yeah, to find out information about y'all government, the news, music, events, things like that, things that are coming up today, tomorrow, this weekend. Yeah, we do go live in the mornings and try to promote these types of things. Especially right now, everybody keep asking me about the Doritos, Tacos, Locos. You're supposed to be able to get a free Doritos, Tacos, Locos taco today. So y'all make sure you take your ass to Taco Bell and claim y'all free food. You know anybody who's working on a budget, anybody homeless, anybody who's struggling to get groceries or get lunch meals and things like that. Y'all, Taco Bell is doing the Doritos, Tacos, Locos today. Normally I don't give a shit, but that's because I be pulling up to shit. But now that I don't have a car, I feel like I be needing to let motherfuckers know, because now I know what it feels like to not have a car and have to carpool and ask for rides everywhere, and finding out shit too late and not being able to get a ride. Anyway, thank y'all for being here, making me a top streamer, and thank y'all for my money. We have received well over 300-400 for the month of October, so thank y'all so much for supporting. We're gonna fade to the background. This makeup is basically almost done. And now it's time to get on these beats and roll.